welcome to our channel. Today we're counting down the top 10 most dangerous places to live in the world. From war zones to natural disaster hotspots, these locations are not for the faint-hearted. Join me as we journey to these volatile regions, examining the factors that make them so perilous, and shining a light on the resilience of the people who call these places home. Remember, this list is not meant to be exhaustive, and the situation in these areas can change rapidly. We begin our journey in a land synonymous with suffering, Syria. For over a decade, this once vibrant nation has been ravaged by civil war. Imagine, if you will, entire cities reduced to rubble. Homes, schools, hospitals all lie in ruins, stark reminders of the brutality of war. Millions have been displaced, forced to flee their homes in search of safety and a life free from the constant fear of bombs and bullets. Yet, even amidst the ruins, the human spirit endures. Aid workers risk their lives daily to deliver essential supplies, and ordinary Syrians display extraordinary courage and resilience in the face of unimaginable hardship. The situation in Syria serves as a potent reminder to us all of the urgent need for peace and stability, not just in Syria, but in all corners of our troubled world. Our journey takes us eastward now, to the mountainous terrain of Afghanistan. This land, known for its breathtaking beauty, has long been plagued by conflict and instability. For decades, the Afghan people have endured the scourge of war, their lives held hostage by political turmoil and violence. The withdrawal of international forces in 2021 marked a turning point in Afghanistan's recent history. The Taliban swiftly seized control of the country, ushering in an era of uncertainty and fear, particularly for women and girls. Access to basic necessities like food, water, and healthcare is a daily struggle for many. Education, particularly for girls, has been severely disrupted. Yet, even amidst such adversity, the Afghan people cling to hope. They dream of a future where their children can live in peace and where their nation can finally break free from the chains of conflict. We journey south now to Venezuela, a nation grappling with a different kind of crisis. Once a beacon of prosperity in South America, Venezuela has been plunged into turmoil due to a devastating economic collapse. Hyperinflation has crippled the economy, rendering the national currency almost worthless. Imagine a life where the shelves and shops are bare, where basic necessities like food and medicine are scarce and exorbitantly priced. The crisis has forced millions to flee their homes, seeking refuge in neighboring countries. Yet, even in the face of such adversity, the Venezuelan people have not lost their spirit. They continue to display remarkable resilience, supporting each other, sharing what little they have, and holding on to the hope of a brighter future for their beloved nation. Chapter 4. Yemen, a Forgotten Crisis. Our journey takes us now to the Arabian Peninsula, to Yemen, a nation embroiled in a brutal civil war that has become known as one of the world's worst humanitarian crises. For years, Yemen has been torn apart by conflict, its people caught in the crossfire of a complex proxy war. Imagine a land where bombs rain down from the sky, where hospitals and schools are not safe havens, but potential targets. The conflict has pushed Yemen to the brink of famine, leaving millions facing starvation. Children, the most vulnerable victims of this crisis, bear the brunt of the suffering. Despite the relentless hardship, the Yemeni people cling to hope. They dream of a day when their children can live in peace and when their nation can finally heal from the wounds of war. Chapter 5. Somalia, Navigating Perilous Seas. Our journey now brings us to the Horn of Africa, to Somalia, a nation long synonymous with piracy and terrorism. Located on the edge of the Gulf of Aden, a vital shipping route, Somalia has been plagued by lawlessness and instability for decades. Imagine setting sail on the open ocean, only to be stalked and potentially overtaken by heavily armed pirates, your life and your cargo hanging precariously in the balance. This is the very real threat faced by seafarers navigating the waters off the coast of Somalia. But piracy is just one of the many challenges facing Somalia. The country is also grappling with the threat of terrorism, with the Al-Shabaab militant group controlling large swaths of territory. Despite these challenges, the Somali people are resilient. They have endured decades of conflict and instability, and they continue to strive for a better future for themselves and their children. Chapter 6. South Sudan, a nation divided. We journey now to the heart of Africa, to South Sudan, a nation grappling with the scars of civil war and ethnic violence. Born out of hope and the promise of a brighter future, South Sudan gained its independence from Sudan in 2011. But the joy of independence was short-lived, as the nation plunged into a brutal civil war just 2 years later. The conflict has created one of the world's worst humanitarian crises, displacing millions of people and leaving many more facing starvation. Despite the ongoing violence and the immense challenges they face, the people of South Sudan have not given up hope. They yearn for peace, for a future where their children can grow up free from the fear of violence and where their nation can finally fulfill its potential. Chapter 7. Iraq. Shadows of Conflict. We journey now to the cradle of civilization, to Iraq, a nation haunted by the long shadow of conflict. For decades, Iraq has been ravaged by war and instability, its people bearing the brunt of the violence. From the Iran-Iraq War of the 1980s to the US-led invasion in 2003 and the subsequent rise of ISIS, Iraq has experienced a seemingly endless cycle of violence. The conflict has had a devastating impact on Iraq's infrastructure, its economy, and its people. Millions have been displaced from their homes, seeking refuge in other parts of the country or beyond its borders. Despite the immense challenges they face, the Iraqi people have shown remarkable resilience. They yearn for peace, for stability, and for the opportunity to rebuild their lives and their nation. Chapter 8. Central African Republic, a nation on the brink. We travel now to the heart of Africa, to the Central African Republic, a nation grappling with chronic instability and violence. Despite its vast natural resources, the Central African Republic remains one of the world's poorest and least developed countries. It has been plagued by a history of coups, rebellions, and intercommunal violence, leaving its people trapped in a cycle of poverty and conflict. The conflict has created a dire humanitarian crisis, displacing hundreds of thousands of people and leaving many more in desperate need of food, water, and medical care. Despite the enormous challenges they face, the people of the Central African Republic have not given up hope. They long for peace, for stability, and for the opportunity to rebuild their lives and their nation. Chapter 9. Democratic Republic of Congo, a land of contrasts. Our journey takes us now to the heart of Africa, to the Democratic Republic of Congo, a nation of immense beauty and vast natural resources, yet plagued by conflict and disease. For decades, the DRC has been ravaged by war, its people caught in the crossfire of a complex web of armed groups vying for control of the country's mineral wealth. Imagine a land where armed militias operate with impunity, terrorizing civilians, looting resources, and perpetrating horrific human rights abuses. But the DRC is also grappling with another deadly threat: disease. Despite the immense challenges they face, the Congolese people remain resilient. They long for peace, for stability, and for the opportunity to harness their nation's vast potential for the betterment of all. Chapter 10. Haiti, struggling for stability. Our final destination takes us to the Caribbean, to the island nation of Haiti, a land of stunning beauty but also profound hardship. Haiti has been battered by a series of natural disasters, from devastating earthquakes to powerful hurricanes. These disasters have not only claimed countless lives, but have also crippled Haiti's infrastructure, leaving its people even more vulnerable. Political instability and corruption have exacerbated Haiti's woes, hindering efforts at recovery and development. Despite the immense challenges they face, the Haitian people remain resilient. They cling to their faith, their culture, and their hope for a better future. They are a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity, a reminder that even in the face of adversity, there is always hope. Outro: a call for compassion. As we conclude our journey to some of the world's most dangerous places, we are left with a profound sense of the fragility of peace and the resilience of the human spirit. These are not just statistics on a map. They are real places inhabited by real people with hopes, dreams, and aspirations just like ours. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by the scale of the challenges facing these nations, but we must not turn away. By supporting organizations working on the ground, raising awareness about these crises, and advocating for peace and justice, we can all play a part in creating a safer, more just, and more peaceful world for all. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Stay safe, and see you in the next video.